If you're someone who sells a product or service online and looks to use social media to help, this robust strategy will help you improve both your sales, your impressions, and your actual conversions. The easiest way I've found to make conversions and sales is through this system, and it's about as robust as it can get. And it's through the use of this funnel. To start, we have to cast the net super wide. There's no point having a great landing page if we get no impressions whatsoever, so we're gonna use short form content to initiate this system. The reason I do this is because it's the easiest way to get real-time feedback on how good your videos are, how good your sales system is, because you're gonna push a lot of traffic through your funnel really fast, often much faster than you would in long form. Now, your conversions won't be as good in short form because of how short the content is. However, it'll be a good test and a good way to run your service through. After you do this, it starts to get tricky. A lot of the times you can lose people in the middle of your funnel, so we're going to look to combat that with moving to some of the long form content. Through short form content, you've developed the muscle that's necessary for content creation, so we can carry this into long form. You should keep doing short form, especially if it's already working, as it's a great way to increase that traffic. But if you do not focus on the middle part of the funnel, that's where most people fall off. And that's what keeps your system from working in the least effective way. So we're going to create some longer content. There's a lot of sentiment in the marketing world that it takes about 10 hours for somebody to buy. Now, I don't totally subscribe to this. I don't think this is entirely accurate, but let's use the premise anyway. If you're going to create a lot of short form content at maybe 60 seconds, maybe 2 minutes at maximum, you can create double, triple, quadruple the amount of watch time through the use of long form content. You could also use live streams to do this, especially if you've already built up your short form audience. That would also help. So now let's create some sort of lead magnet, something cheap, ideally free, that we can use in exchange for email addresses of our prospective client. This could be some sort of template, worksheet, webinar, workshop, or just anything that would capture your prospect. But do not make a bad product. You should spend the most time on this, because this will be what determines whether or not a prospective client will actually buy from you. And then finally, we're going to use the email list that we build from this lead magnet, and then look to use the marketing, the email marketing, the autoresponders, or the broadcasts that will help actually sell our product. What you'll be left with is a bunch of really hot leads, and these are the best people to sell to because they'll give you the least hassle, they'll get the most out of your product, and they'll be the best type of client to have.